Hey there. I was just reading this book, and I was thinking, it's sometimes it's real hard to understand. There's a lot in there, and it's hard to break down sometimes. There's so much information, right? And so, one thing that I like to do that kind of helps me understand it is I sort of just read it slowly. I'm a simple man, been called that more than one time in my life, and I just like to read things slowly, and it just sort of makes a little bit more sense. All right, I was reading in Romans chapter 6, and there's something I was reading slowly, and it just kind of like blew my mind thinking about it. All right, so I want to share that with you today. This is where it gets real, right here. It says, "Do not present your members as instruments of unrighteousness to sin, but represent yourselves to God as being alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness to God. For sin shall have no dominion over you, for you are not under the law, but you are under grace." All right, and this is where it gets so real for me right here. Is in chapter 12. "Therefore do not let sin reign in your mortal body." All right, it says that word, right, instruments, that you should obey its lusts. "Do not present your members as instruments of unrighteousness." All right, that word instruments, the Greek, the word is hoplon. Do you know what hoplon is? A hoplon in Greek, that's a sword. A hoplon is a sword. A hoplite is a person who uses a sword. All right, it says here, it says, "Do not present your members as weapons, as swords of unrighteousness to sin, but present yourselves to God." You present your members as swords to God for righteousness. All right, you're on the road of life. All right, the enemy, he sees you, and he's gonna pick you up. He's gonna try to make you his sword. He's gonna try to make you his weapon, and he's gonna try to use you to get the righteous people. Because you see, they're talking about sin here. They're talking about living in sin. They're saying, you're walking on the road of life. All right, you got options before you. All right, you can either be the sinful man, or you can be the righteous man. You can be the weapon of God. All right, God can whip you out and go and use you as a weapon. Or the devil can pick you right up. See, because every time you sin, somebody gets hurt. If it's you get hurt, or it's someone else get hurt, or it's God getting hurt, somebody getting hurt whenever you sin. You are a weapon, one way or another. That's what you are. All right? And it says, don't present yourself, says, "Therefore do not let sin reign in your mortal body." All right? And it says that, temptation, we are never tempted beyond what we can bear. For with that temptation, God will will give us a way out, a way to Him. All right, so that means we're backing up, and we're just like, we're all out. We think we're going to give in. No, you grab what's available to you, and you resist the devil, and he will flee from you. You grab your weapon. You cling to God. You become that weapon. All right, but it's not just about, it's not just about you just like not doing the wrong thing. It means that you have an option. You're walking down that road of life, and you can either be the enemy's sword. You got one way or the other. You got one way or the other. You can either be the enemy's sword. All right, and we all real good at saying we're not going to be the enemy's sword. But then we sit there and we just do nothing. See, but we got to go the other way. We got to not present ourselves. It says here, "Do not present your members as instruments of unrighteousness to sin." When we stop there, it needs to be, "But present yourselves to God as being alive from the dead, and your members as weapons of righteousness." That means you got to present yourself to God and be His weapon. You got to be that weapon. You can't just not be the enemy's weapon. You got to be God's weapon. All right, what an honor. Think about that opportunity right there in front of you. You have an opportunity to be the sword in God's right hand. You can be His sword that He uses to gut the devil. you can be that sword, and you can be that weapon for righteousness. And you can serve God, and you can help other people. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, friends, we can all be that. Even if it's just in a small way, it still can be a powerful way. Each and every opportunity. And you know what? Being a righteous person, I think it's the only thing worth being. Alright? Because the other option is, if we're not going to choose to be God's righteous person, then we sit there and we say, nope, over and over, we're not going to be the weapon of unrighteousness. But eventually, that's exactly what happens. Eventually, we end up being the devil's weapon. So, got the question for you. Which one are you going to be? See y'all later. Thank you. Bye.